does it take to sell a house in Phoenix? That's what we're talking about, and it starts right now. Hello everyone, I'm Caitlin McKegg. I'm a realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I am talking to you about how long it takes to sell a house in Phoenix. Before we jump into that, I just want to say thank you for coming to my channel. If this is your first time, make sure that you subscribe. I post new videos every Friday and you don't want to miss what I'm posting. Also, if you want to check out my social media, feel free to follow me there. I will keep you up to date on those channels as well. I am always available to help, so if you have questions about living in Phoenix, moving to Phoenix, real estate questions, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. Okay, so let's dive in. How long does it take to sell a house in Phoenix? Well, first of all, this number will change based off of the market, but right now, as of August of 2020, the median days on market is 7. That means that 50% of homes in the Phoenix market sell in under 7 days and the other 50% sell in more than 7 days. In case you're wondering, 7 days is 1 week. That's the median in all of Greater Phoenix, but in order to tell you more accurately, it will depend on the location of your house as well as the price point of your house. If you want those specifics, I've linked below a link that you can follow to get that information for your area and price point. So now that we know the median days on market in all of Phoenix, that is a good starting point. But overall, I suggest that you prepare for about a month and a half in terms of the time frame of selling your house in Phoenix. Before it's listed for sale, there are a few things we have to do. First and foremost, we have to determine the price, and we determine that together based off of comparable sales in the neighborhood. Once we know the price, you can start preparing your house for sale. Some of the things I suggest are cleaning the house and staging it. Depending on the situation that you're in, you might want to stage your house a little bit more than it is currently. Or maybe it's like a model home and there's nothing that you need to do. But those are some good tips for preparing your house for sale. You also might want to look at doing some small repairs if you notice a door handle that's loose or other small things like that, as well as maybe updating the landscaping. Do you have some plants you've been neglecting for a while and they're starting to die? Maybe to freshen those up will not only look better for pictures, but also the potential buyers that are going to be coming to see your house. Once we feel good about all of that, we're going to take pictures. To complete all of those pre-listing things that I just mentioned, I would allot for about 2 weeks to get all of that done. Next, we list the house for sale, start doing showings, and hopefully get an offer rather quickly. Again, depending on price point and area, I've been seeing homes get under contract within the first day on the market with multiple offers. Once we're under contract, there's usually about 30 days until closing. Much of that is because it's likely the buyer is getting a loan and the lender is going to need about 30 days to process and close that loan. But also there are a few steps that we have to go through with the buyer. First of all, the buyer will do their inspection, and that can take about 10 days, give or take. Once their inspection's completed, they'll negotiate the repairs that they're requesting from the seller from that inspection. After we get over that hurdle, then comes the appraisal, and that can take about 5 days to be completed and get the report. The rest of the escrow process, the lender is doing their job to make sure that they can process and close out the loan in a timely manner by the closing date. As a seller, this is the time for you to start packing up and getting ready to move to your next location. A few days prior to closing, you'll sign the closing documents and prepare to be out of the house by the closing date. I also suggest putting together kind of an info packet for the new buyer about the garage code, where you're leaving all the keys, the trash pickup day, the mailbox number, things like that to help your new buyer know all there is to know about the house. As a seller, you need to be out of the house on closing day. So I always suggest that your movers come 1 to 2 days before close to make sure that you don't run into any hiccups and you're out of the house by the time the buyer takes possession. So in a perfect world, if all goes smoothly, this whole process from start to finish can be about a month and a half. It could even be quicker if it's a cash sale and there's no loan for the buyer and process that needs to be completed there. However, if you need more time, you actually have the upper hand as a seller in this market, and you can more than likely negotiate a closing date that's a little bit further out. Hopefully that helps to answer your question of how long it takes to sell a house in Phoenix. If you're curious about your home value and what you might be able to get for your home, check the link below where I have an instant home valuation for you. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want the specific days on market in your area, check out the link below to request that as well. If there's anything I can help you with in your home selling or buying process, or just Phoenix related in general, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. Thanks for checking out my channel. I'm Caitlin McKegg with HomeSmart.